We have been describing this horrendous monster, this portent, rumor, Dame Gossip, as Farr likes to call her, in the past couple videos, and now I'm going to describe her a bit more, this goddess who is spreading rumor of Aeneas and Dido, of Dido's passion with Aeneas, and all the tribes and leaders around her are hearing of this, which we will see very soon. Nocte volat caeli medio terraeque per umbram, stridens, nec dulci declinat lumina somno, luce sedet custos aut summi culmine tecti, turribus aut alti sed magnas territat urbes, tam ficti pravique tenax quam nuncia veri. Volat, she flies. This is talking about rumor. Nocte, at night. That's an ablative of time. Whoop, telling us when. She flies at night. Let's make that a little neater there. She flies at night. Caeli medio terraeque. Medio, in the middle. And medio here, it's a neuter used in an ablative case, and as an ablative of place, in the middle, of caeli terraeque, of heaven, genitive, and of earth. Stridens, this is a present active participle here, stridens, rustling or buzzing. Think of the, oops, that should be a double underline. Think of the buzzing that happens when people are spreading rumors, okay? The chatter. Rustling per umbram, through the shadow, meaning through the shadows of the night. Nec, and she does not, declinat, lower, it's a verb. Her lumina, her eyes, literally lights, but lumina can mean eyes. Dulci somno, in sweet, oops, let me get it out, blue here, in sweet sleep. Those are ablatives. Good thing to remember that ablatives in the third declension, and adjectives, that is, adjective ablatives in the third declension, end in I, not E, not the letter E. So not dulce, but dulci. Dulci somno, in sweet sleep. So one more time. She flies by night, or at night, in the middle of heaven and earth, but rustling through the shadow, and she does not lower her eyes, or literally lights, in sweet sleep. Next part here, luce sedet custos aut summi culmine tecti, turibus aut altis et magnas territat urbes. Sedet, she sits. This is fama we're talking about, of course. Custos, a guard, literally. In English we should say as a guard. Some Latin tends to prefer a metaphor sometimes. In English we have to use a simile to make it make sense. So she sits as a guard. By day, luce. Now there's an ablative. And I should have mentioned earlier, nocte is ablative of time. Both of these are ablative of time. Remember, the ablative answers the question why. It can also answer the question when, as in time, or where, as in place where, or from where, all those kind of things. So there's a nice, it's almost a, it's not an aphora, but nocte and luce are definitely set up in the meter in a similar place, by night and by day. So we got this nice contrast here. By day, she sits as a guard, custos. Either, or, we got these out, either on the culmine, the peak or the top, and that's an ablative of place, in culmine, right? in culmine, sumi o tecti. And this is genitive. The height of what? The height of the highest, or on the, top of the highest roof. So imagine her by day sitting up on the tallest building in the city, right? On the height of the tallest, or maybe on the peak of the tallest roof. Or you gotta say in again, in turibus altis, so another on the high towers, another ablative of place. Turibus altis, separated by the out there. Either on the peak of the highest roof or on the high towers. She's sitting by day. Et magnas territat urbes, and she terrifies the great cities. We had this earlier, magnas ter urbes. Now she's terrifying the great cities. Tenax nuncia. Let me read this part. Tam ficti pravique tenax quam nuncia veri. The tenax, it comes, it's related to teneo, the verb teneo, to hold. So holding, I saw another version that translated it as greedy. Okay, so I like how that works here. A greedy messenger. And then you got this tam quam, as much as, okay? So this tenax nuntia, we could say a messenger as tam, greedy of ficti, of fiction or of falsehood, and pravi, evil, as the truth. Now all of these are in the genitive here, ficti, pravi, because tenax takes the genitive. So greedy of, that's why I like the greedy. You can use the genitive with it nicely in English. So as a messenger as greedy of falsehood and evil as of the truth. So it doesn't really matter to rumor, right, what is true or false. She's just more interested in spreading a story and having it spread all over the place. If it's false and evil, or if it's true, it all gets mixed up. Some rumor is true, some rumor is false. Usually there's a shred of truth, but then it gets elaborated and exaggerated and falsified. Okay, so that does it for this part on rumor. We'll continue and now see what the effects of rumor are on the cities around Carthage as they tell of Dido's passion.